Meek Mill was the hottest street, and when I mean, let's not even say hottest street. He for like Future in the South, even though sometimes people could categorize Future not just as a street nigga because he does a lot more stuff, but for nigga like Future in the South, Meek was out for the East. Those YG had a short run. No disrespect to YG. YG had a short run where YG was a street nigga, like the quintessential #1 street nigga that's mainstream for the West. Meek, of anybody in the culture, has had the longest street run. Let's keep it 100. Even if we want to call what Dirk is doing now a street run, Dirk is a year in. Let's be honest. Dirk is a year in. Maybe a year and a half. Mid-20, like late 2020. Shit start happening, right? He started really getting really popping. Till now. Dirk is a year in. Yo, Meek really had like about 2014, 2013. Meek owned that whole summer. Going really all the way to like 2020. Now, granted, of course, he had to beef with Drake this and third, but what I'm trying to say is that the reason why I do look at Meek interesting, because I know any nigga who's a street dude that's coming up in the East Coast, especially the Northeast, their only example of a street nigga who's been on and been mad successful that they could try to emulate has been Meek. Let's just be honest. So when I look at him now, I'm looking at him as an OG. So not only was, by the way, he got Vori signed to him. I think Vori's a pretty good artist. I'm looking at Meek in terms of other shit as well. I'm looking at Meek to be like, yo, even if Meek never get back as hot as selling 200,000, he's already a legend, right? And I'm just being objective, right? But also, I know everybody who's coming up doing street music on the Northeast Coast looks up to Meek. So you always got to keep an eye on what he's doing, because it's just like Chief Keef when it comes to Chicago. No matter what Chief Keef doing now, Chief Keef laid a blueprint for mad niggas. You know what I mean? Niggas got on because they was watching Chief Keef, nigga. There's still niggas doing that. Same thing with Meek. That's all I'm saying. All right? Anyway, that was more of a singing type of record he put up. He did put up this other record. Let me see if I can find it. He put up this record where he was rapping more. It was on his Instagram. Let me see if I can find it. And by the way, again, I've said recently that me and Meek, we not at it like that no more. We follow each other. I look at this shit. And musically, I'm gonna be objective with it. You feel me? I'm gonna give him credit to. I think Meek has stopped with some of the, like, what people might call the bozo activity on Twitter. He's more talking ownership. I don't see him doing some of the petty dumb shit as of late. Which by the way, I think some of Meek Mill's tweets, like I know the whole Twitter finger shit or whatever, it caused people to like him less. And I think he's kind of chilled off of that. And I think he has a battery in his back trying to like, build back or prove niggas wrong. And I'm here to see if he will do it. Now, if he fails, I'll be honest. I'll tell you, I'll be like, yeah, he tried, he ain't do it. But I see him trying to put out records. I think this is a song. This is a song? Let me see.
Follow no shorty, I gave her like 20, I don't even sweat, say go where you want. Swinging them sticks and it feel like we go, but as soon as we stop with a hole in the one. Yeah, he got a hole in his head, telling his body, we know that he did. Every night I pray on down, I don't go to the feds. Bring new hundreds to wipe my eyes, so I'm turning them mids. Niggas ain't think I'm serious, niggas start turning up dick. Ain't no feelings involved, when we get involved, I'm treating my hoes the same. Couple million in car, I can tell with the boss, I'm treating my dogs the same. If the rest can feel like a loss, sometimes I'm treating them all the same. Ain't no feelings when we get involved, I'm treating them all. Still on the same old shit, hand business they ain't gon' hit. Buy shit that they can't go get, but the hits and I ain't gon' miss. I've been running the billions, yours up, niggas know that we stand up. I'm asking Richard to go to the college.
Alright. Hey, I'm just trying to tell y'all, I'm keeping an eye on Meek, and the reason I'm keeping an eye on him because I do believe, and what also happens. I was thinking about the Wayne Drake. I don't know. People are like, oh, you always talk about Drake. The Wayne Drake dynamic, but not only Wayne Drake, I was thinking about Kendrick, and I was even thinking about Jay. Bro, the biggest rappers, or the rappers who end up selling like over 200, with the exception of like, I think Future did it. Did Future do it? I think he did once. With the exception of Future and like Travis Scott, which are like, anomalies. The rest of the niggas who have ever been at near the top of rap, one thing you could always say about all those figures, whether it was, Wayne when he was just like, the number one, Drake, obviously Kendrick, obviously Cole, obviously like, Jay, obviously anyone you could kind of put in that mix, you usually say one thing about all those people. Them niggas could rap. And one of the reasons I don't count Meek out is because I think that nigga could really rap. I I don't want to compare him because I don't want to diss no other rapper. But there's a lot of street dudes who I think their shit is hot off melody and just saying sensational shit. Yo, I shot his whole family up. And there was a shoot last week that TMZ just covered. Like, bro, that shit gonna be hot whether it got any type of lyricism to it or not. I think Meek could rap. If you listen to Meek on the Phone Flex freestyle, I think that nigga could rap. So I don't count niggas like that out, but I have to see if Meek is going to be dedicated because I think Meek, 15 years in the game is hard to like really do what you normally do. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, nigga, I remember to this day, I still think about a former time when, I used to put out 7 YouTube videos a day. Think about that. Nigga, I might be doing 7 a week right now. If that. You get what I mean? It's like, bro, when you're grinding, your work ethic is so much. Now when you got a million things to do, and it's not just laziness because I don't think I've been lazy. It's just that now I got a million things. I have 3 to 4 Zoom calls from Monday to every Monday to Wednesday. 3 to 4 Zoom calls. I got to think about podcasts. I got to think about meetings with partnership people. I got to like do some label calls. Like usually now I got some association or people or managers or artists that might know me. They're trying like there's so much shit going on compared to when I used to do 7 videos a day. All I had to do was just make videos. You know what I mean? But with success and with getting further in the game, there's a lot more you have to do. I have a cool partnership I'm about to launch soon. I've been doing mad meetings about trying to get it together. These are things that take time. So like I know sometimes you're probably wondering like, what the fuck is Zach doing? Like he's not streaming as much. He's not putting out his videos as much. We don't see more. What's going on? Bro, like there's just many other things going on. Shit, people trying to pitch me book deals, all type of stuff. It's like, bro, the work is always happening, but now it's not what you guys normally are used to, which is like 7 videos a day, which I used to do, right? So it's the same thing with Meek. Like Meek is doing justice reform. He got all type of other businesses. Like money's going all over the place. It's hard to just drop music. So again, I'll watch if he does that. Anyway, let's get off of that for now.